Hello, it's Danielle here. I wanted to come on today and give you guys a glimpse into what I've been working on. Like I mentioned before, I have been away from YouTube, but I've been very busy. So I wanted to come on and show you what I've been working on. They're not done, just kind of a glimpse. Hopefully I'm going to have this set of kind of summary journals completed by next week or the end of this week. My schedule's just kind of up in the air depending on what's going on, but I'll give you a quick glimpse, and then I have a lot of other ones to share. This was a really cool book I found at an antique mall, I think a year or two ago. I was planning to do it last summer, but I don't, oh, we had the mess in our house, so everything was packed up last summer. But this is a really old book. I believe it was from like 1905 or something. I have to find the actual text block, but I didn't think a tassel was appropriate for this one. I didn't like it, so I put this ribbon on here, this lace, and I'm not sure I like it either. So probably what I'll end up doing is, it's just tied on. I'll probably just end up tying it on, and you can untie it if you don't like it or leave it if you do. And then this kind of poofy closure bow. It's got some really old tatting. I don't want to go into too much detail because, like I said, these aren't totally ready. Just wanted to give you kind of a glimpse. I did some fabric work in here. Kind of, this one is got some authentic vintage ephemera. I had gone to stopped by an estate sale once, a long time ago, probably 5 years or so ago. And this gentleman was getting rid of clearing his friend's estate. And he didn't have any family. He had served in Vietnam, and he had kept all of his things. And so this guy was just going to get rid of them. And I said, no, I'll take that. And so these are some handwritten notes that the man had written to his mom. Like I said, I don't want to get too much into it, but I thought this would be a really great journal for, I mean, really anything, like, you know, just a patriotic journal, military wife, military mom, female military, just patriotic for your country. I mean, really anything, but it was fun. I did go back to the original way of adding some paper, little cutouts to the centers. There's a lot of vintage ephemera in here, and it'll be fun to show you guys. I did do some clusters. These are with postage stamps and lace and fabric. So there's lots of different things in here. There are some printables, lots of blank pages. I haven't paper clipped anything to the pages yet, but this will be pretty full. This is pretty much, you know, almost done. I have to put some tags in here. This is the man that I was telling you about when he served in Vietnam. That was in his things. And I did use some of the other things, like this was a map in his papers for training. I think this was in his things also, which is like a sail. This is kind of neat. A lightweight wool tuxedo, $59. But it's on this kind of like rice paper, and, you know, just different things you can do with it. So I try not to use too much of those things. There's ideal pages in here. I did take apart some of the envelopes or the letterhead and use them to collage that he had. And like this one was dated January 13th, 1969. And then there's another letter to his mom. So that'll be a really fun one. I was really wanting to do that. And then I do have 2 sewing pattern envelope journals. I just kind of added a little tassel to these, and these are pretty much ready to go. I did make some paper clips. Like I said, I just need to add some tabs and that sort of thing to these. And these are embellished. Like I haven't added the tag topper to this one. This is some wallpaper that's really cool. And like I said, I'll do a flip through, a full flip through. I did use some fabric flips, trying to think of older style ways that I've kind of forgotten about through the time, just to mix things up. There's a cordite frieze. So I try to use some of my really neat ephemera. Some fabric ruffles. This one's really, really similar. Just the same kind of elements, just laid out a little bit differently. These are really cool. These Jack and Jill Food Center. I think they were price tickets. I purchased these from a shop on Etsy. I can't remember where, but they are authentic. So that I'll do a flip through. Again, it just has a little simple tassel here that's, I used the signature ties. I added an extra hole up here and then threaded it through and tied it in a knot and then added this ribbon to it. And then I will have one of these unembellished with a little kit to offer. So I have to do the end papers, but I've started putting things in there for the kit. So that'll be available. It'll be completely unembellished, but it will come with supplies to embellish it. And then I also have this barbecue book, and I think what I'm going to do with this one is also make it a kit, leave it unembellished. So I expanded the pages. They are oversized and everything's ready to go, backed with tea stained paper. But I was thinking maybe I should, because I've been trying to offer more unembellished journals for those of you that like to do your own, or if you want to treat it like a glue book or whatever you want to do. But I have really cool things that I could make a kit to go with this. So I'll plan on doing that, unless somebody messages me and like, oh, I really want that one embellished, then I'll go ahead and embellish it. Or if I put it in my shop and nobody takes it unembellished, maybe I'll come back and embellish it. I don't know. Just trying to experiment to see. This is some really cool vinyl-y wallpaper. And I don't know if I'll make a tassel for this one or not, but I thought this would be really cool to document a reunion or some cookouts or something like that. And then, whoops, sorry about that. Make you guys dizzy. And then I have this Mary's Vacation one I really like. I did kind of a really eclectic dangle here, if I can show you. I tied a little gum wrapper chain on there, and a bingo marker, a vintage bottle cap I tied on there. So just fun things, not too chunky. Anyway, I've got some work to do still in this too, but not much. Just kind of give you guys a glimpse. It's very much travel related. There's some licensed bingo. I did put some charms on some bulb pins. There's a wallpaper, lots of the fun things that my journals usually have. Nothing too different, except that I'm not going to go crazy with the embellishing like sometimes I do, because I know if you want to document a travel, you probably have a lot of your own ephemera and pictures and such, so I want to make sure I leave plenty of room for all of that. But I'll do a flip through, like I said, when these are available. I'll do a flip through of these in full detail, but just to kind of show you what I've been working on. So those will be coming first. I'm going to try to get those done and listed first. And then, let's see, where do I want to go next? You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I have a bunch of unembellished journals coming. This one will probably be an exception. I don't know. This was made from a really, really cute Kobe oversized greeting card. And I just love how this one turned out. I think I'm going to try something different with this one. The pages are kind of eclectic, collaged together. Just different than what I've done before. So like I've used wallpaper and book pages and more wallpaper, and this is printable, just to kind of make it very eclectic and fun and bright. So that one might be a little bit different. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with this one yet, but the other ones I have set up, and these three also look kind of summery, so I'll probably try to get, they could be, could not be, could go either way. I'll probably try to get those up sooner than later also. They'll have a removable paper clip tassel. And then they are just, these are 3 signatures, and each signature has cardstock on the outside signature and on the inside, and then the other pages are coffee or tea stained paper, or any like writ dyed. They're all hand colored. See if I can get this back on here. And I need to still put trims on the outside, that sort of thing, but these have been fun to make. They are a great de-stash for me, way for me to de-stash some of my things and offer you guys, you know, these really could be used as glue books even, junk journals, you know, memory keeping, everyday journals, anything really that you want to use them for. Another greeting card one here. Like I said, they're all the same. These I had to extend the pages, but they all have cardstock signature wraps on the outside and on the inside, and then tea stained paper in between. And then I haven't made the hole for these, but they'll have tassels, that type of tassel. And then there's this one, and this one's really, really cute. I love this sewing pattern cover. Some pretty papers on the inside. Like this one I used some pink grit dye to dye the pages. So we've got those. And then I've got some, oh, these are 2 more smaller sized greeting card journals. Again, I have to poke, you know, make the holes and sew the signatures in and stuff, but I've gotten like an idea of the tassel. I might add a thing or 2, I don't know. And then this little ballerina girl. She's really cute. And then I took some of the Robert Best greeting cards that I purchased, the Barbie Robert Best greeting cards, and I'm gonna make some, they came in like a package, so I'm making some unembellished with them. These again are paper clips, so you can always use them for the journal or a bookmark. And then they've got the same thing, you know, pretty patterned paper on the outside and inside, and then these are tea stained or pink, you know, some type of staining paper on the inside. And this really pretty one. Again, they don't have trim on them. But I just have had a lot of fun collecting things, trying to go through, use up some of my stash. I'm going to be working on doing some of these like with books actually too. I need to get these cleared out and listed, because it takes quite a bit of time to do those and make the listings and everything. And then I'll move on to doing some regular book ones as well. And then this one, I love this. I love this one. I love the coloring and the little charm tassel. A lot of these came from Tova's Happy Mail, and so I'm so appreciative I could use those. And really pretty, just different papers on the inside. So those are the Barbie ones. And let me see, I'm running out of room here. My desk is so full right now. And then I have some brightly colored ones from greeting cards. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit more. Get all my little ruffles, tassel business out of here. And these, I haven't obviously cut the pages down to size yet. I have them all. I haven't lined the insides. But these will be super bright, cheery, colorful. These are a little bit different in that they are more like junk journal style or art journal. Like I even put some canvas paper in these, so more open to use like your mixed media or really anything that you want to use. So that's the style, that will be the style of these. Just a variety of papers. And again, they do have a removable charm. The charms are all kind of different. Like this, I was just experimenting with different things or giving different options. Some people like the really long chunky, some people like the shorter chunky. So I was just doing a variety. But some of these have some fun, really fun tassels, really bright, cheery. And this one with this one. And then last but not least, I've been working on the, I'm kind of bring this over here and show you guys the little playing card journals that I had mentioned before. I think I might have shown maybe this one. I can't remember. And by the way, somebody had asked me months ago when I first showed these, I don't know which one it was. I had shown one of these Minnie Mouse ones and they'd asked me for it and now I can't remember who it was. And I'm really sorry. I got completely off track, distracted, you know, really no excuse. But if you are out there viewing this video and you still want one of these Minnie Mouse ones, let me know. I can put your name on it. But they're just like these. This is tied with some thicker cording, and they are all hand dyed papers on the inside. But that's all they are. They're cut to size. There's 3 little signatures. They have all got some kind of closure with an eyelet, and they'll all have a little miniature dangle. And so there's that style. And then I think I had shown you guys. I don't know where I put it, but I'd shown you guys the one in Happy Mail. But they're, you know, just different varieties. This, I used some seam binding to tie it shut. I haven't done the little tassel through it yet. And then this one has like tea stains. So they're all a little bit different, but I've got different varieties and colors just to kind of use up some of my playing cards, open my budget to get more playing cards so I have more variety. These are really cute. This is gonna go, eventually I'm gonna do some space journals, and that's what I got these for. I got a whole pack of the game. Can you tell this one, Chipmunk's one of my favorites? I made 2 of those. I'll probably end up keeping one. Oh, here's the one from the Happy Mail I showed. And this one and this one. And we've got these. And then I have all of these that I was working on and got distracted. So these are all, I need to put some pages in. I don't know the progress of this. This might be like something that I'm continually working on and adding to while I do other things. So anyhow, I know that was throwing a lot at you guys, but I wanted to let you know that I have been busy. I've been creating every day, pretty much every day. And I've missed talking with you guys, and I'll try to do my best to be better at YouTube videos and keeping you more updated as I'm doing things, but I'll for sure be back to do a flip through sometime in the next couple of days or so of the Patriotic and summer journals. And I hope you all are doing well, finding time to create, and having a great summer so far. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.